mediocrity, it ain't no friend to me. Wage a war, wage a war, wage a war, wage a war against mediocrity, it ain't no friend to me. Wage a war, wage a war, wage a war, wage a war against mediocrity, it ain't no friend to me.
We are waging war on mediocrity. It ain't no friend of me. It's your boy, the motivational teacher to the masses, coming again to bring you a brand new edition of Motivational Monday, episode 121 of Awaken Your I Am. Woo, that's a mouthful. I know I'm a little early tonight because I want to see these young men that's given their lives to this sport fight for this national championship. I know it's just seeing something. It's just something about it to me to see people put off what they want today for what they eventually want. Thank you for joining us, Courtney, and for all my replayers. If you all would give me about 30 seconds as I share this out to all my replayers. Courtney, I see you already on here nice and early. If you would go ahead and and tag your top 5 people, because if they can't grow with you, they can't go with you. So go ahead and tag them on here. Let them know that the motivational teacher has gone live. And if they plan on getting what they want out of 2022 and being what they want to be in this era of their life, they need to hop on here and holler at your boy. What's up, Devon? Thank you for joining us, bro. Bro, I've been seeing some of your content too, bro. You put some good stuff out. So one thing I love about this community, man, is that we're all together. Like, I love it that there's no competition to the Awaken I Am. I have no problem, sharing anybody else's stuff, their motivation, their things out, because there is no competition to the Awaken I Am. Y'all give me 1 second. I'm trying to share this myself. There's no competition to the Awaken I Am. Hey, Pat, thank you for joining us. If you would, go ahead and tag your top 5. I'm about to tag my top 5 right now. It's such a blessing to see you all on here tonight. And I'm gonna be on here for a little while just to break this bread up. Tonight, our topic is I am enough. Man, I'm so amazed at how many people I coach, how many people that sometimes I end up counseling, who the story that they tell themselves usually determines their I am. It's the truth that we walk on. Hey, Angelique, thanks for joining me. I know I'm a little early tonight. Y'all, I'm sharing this out myself right now. Give me about 15 more seconds. Then I'm going to get back on this conversation, because I believe this is going to really bless somebody tonight, because I think a lot of us are bound, not because of what somebody else has done to us or somebody else has said to us, but it's really the truth that we stand under and the story that we've told ourselves that's got us to this point. All right, let me send this. I'm ready to get into this bread. Let the bread breaking commence. Happy Monday to you also. Back to my original thought. Tonight, I am enough. Get in that chat box, somebody. Get in that chat box. What's up out there, YouTube? Get in that chat box. I am enough. Go ahead and prophesy to yourself. Get in that chat box and tell yourself, I am enough. I know sometimes looking at your resources and looking at your circumstances, you don't feel like you are enough. But I'm telling you right now, don't let those things trick you into believing that you're not enough. I am. Somebody get in that chat box. I am enough. From the foundation of the earth, when you were created, you were made enough from day one. Hey, Tina, thank you for joining us. You have been enough since day one. You are enough. And anybody that tells you anything different don't know the true you. I just broke bread. Anybody that doesn't believe that if they're judging you based on what you've been through, they're judging you based on your past, those are people that I need to discard out of my life and find people that believe I am enough. I know we're a motivational teacher, right? You don't know how broken I am right now, motivational teacher. Motivational teacher, you don't know what I went through right now. You don't know how I struggle right now, just in my own mind. But I want you to know right now that you being enough is not your set of circumstances. It's more about the story that you tell yourself. I'm breaking bread already. It's more about the truth that I believe. It's more about the truth, my understanding, or the truth that I stand under. Come on, Tina. I am enough. Angelique, I am enough. Pat, I am enough. Devon, I am enough. We got to prophesy that to ourselves daily. Hey, Virginia, thank you for joining us. When we say I am enough, That the meaning is simple. It's a statement of the truth you tell yourself every day. It's a statement of the truth that you tell yourself every day. Let me give you some power back today. Let me give you power back over your own life. It doesn't matter what the person across the street think about you. It doesn't matter what the neighbor 2 houses down thinks about you. It doesn't matter about the person that sit 2 cubicles down from me. Doesn't matter what my mama, what my uncle, what my granddaddy, what my siblings think about me. It's the story that you tell you that determines whether you're enough. I just gave somebody the power back over their life. I know they, thank you, Tina. Go ahead and get them. Thank you, Tina. You just reminded me. Go ahead and get your top 5 in here with you. If they can't grow with you, they can't go with you. The people you love and the people you want to see successful in their life, the people that you know have more potential, they have more stuff on the inside of them, you need to tag them on this video. And you need to start making it your business to help them get here on Monday nights. Because I'm telling you, man, like there's a gap in this world for people, for helping or allowing people to awaken their I am. There's a gap in this earth between people that want to tell people the truth and people that just want to control other people. There's a gap for this type of information because I believe that the only problem that a man has is the ability not to know who they are or who God is through them. There's only one problem a person has, but I think a lot of people want to take advantage, or a lot of people are looking to gain a significant advantage from someone by just telling them, ways or 3 ways to turn around, 5 steps to greatness. Ladies and gentlemen, it is no such thing as 5 steps to greatness, because your 5 steps, Angelique, the artist, would be different than my 5 steps, the motivational teacher to the masses. That's why it's so important that you learn to awaken your I am. You'll be trying to do with who's a good artist? Was one of the Ninja Turtles. I'm just kidding. You will be trying to do what one of the former painters are done during the Renaissance. You'll be trying to reproduce that because that's what works for them. And they gave you 3 steps to success, but that's not what God has placed in your awakened I am in order to turn yourself into a success, or to awaken your I am to walk in your destiny. That's why there's no such thing as 3 ways to do the 5 steps and 6 different. I'm telling you right now, there is no shortcut to greatness. There's no shortcut to greatness. The genesis of all greatness starts with the belief that I am enough. It starts with the belief that I am a seed, that whatever I lack, I possess the capability to go and grow what I'm missing. That all starts with your I am enough. It's so many people out there that discount and discredit their own dreams because they're looking at, how am I going to get it done? Or is it going to come from the east or going to come from the west? Baby, you're more than enough. Stop looking toward from where it's coming from and say, I'm going to build me to where it comes from the inside of me. Everything that you need to accomplish the whole will of God for your life was given to you from the foundation of the earth. But it's the statement of the truth of the story that you tell yourself that determines your ultimate outcome. It determines your outcome, not all the other stuff. I'm giving you power back tonight. I'm giving you power. When I love the fact that we have been redeemed, meaning that we're back to our original state before the fall of man, that God redeemed us from the curse of the law. The curse of the law said that I had to have all these different things to take place. I had to do this, I had to do that, I had to do that. But we have been redeemed from the curse of the law. And now it's time for us to awaken our I am to what the great I am can do in and through us. That's the challenge for a lot of us. We know that God can do all things. The challenge is, can he do all things through me? Oh man, that's a bread-breaking moment. I know he can do all things, but can he do all things through me? See, the moment you start believing, oh man, I'm about to break bread. The moment you start believing that you are enough, it's certain things you don't put up with anymore. I can't be around people with stinking thinking. I can't do it. I can't be around people that talk debt and lack. I can't do it. I can't be around people that don't deal truthfully and honest with me. I can't do it. Why? Because I understand that I am enough. And anybody that is at war with my enough, I got to dismiss them from my life. I'm telling you all, you got to be selfish. You got, and I mean this, you got to be selfish with your I am. The thing that made God who he is, the thing that made Jesus who he is that he always protected his I am. People all around him was trying to discredit him. Oh, they say you're a prophet. Oh, they say you from Beelzebub. They say you this. It's going to be people all around you trying to shape who you believe you are. And the moment you start talking like the awakened I am talk, the more opposition that comes towards you, because these same people been trying to control you your whole life. Oh my God, that's a breaking moment. You'll know when you start breaking out of this normal box, this average box, when you start breaking out of I call it being a mere human, and you start to understand that I have superpower. You'll know, because people will come seek you out to try to put you back in that box. Do you remember when you struggled to pay your light bill? Do you remember when I had to give you a ride when your car got repossessed? Do you remember when your kids didn't have food? I had to come and feed your kids. Do you remember how you think you all that? That means, like, at this moment in time, I'm starting to step outside this average box. That's a breaking moment. If your circle is not talking to you, come on, you're breaking people free today. Come on, Angelique, I got to do it. Pat said, when you recognize we dwell in the body of the great I am, and he dwells in us, there's nothing I can't do. You said that. There's nothing I can't do. When the great I am, with my awakened I am, all things are possible to them that believe. You are exactly what you were meant to be. The experiences you've gone through are exactly what you were meant to go through. Stop judging yourself based on those things. And I'm telling you, start having this self-dialogue. Oh man, I love it. Start having this self-dialogue about how awesome you are. Start having this self-dialogue about how valuable I am to the kingdom of God. Start having this self-dialogue about how when I show up, people love to see me, and when I leave, people miss my presence because I add something to the room. Start having this self-dialogue that my art is changing this world. Start having this self-dialogue that my tongue, my speaking, just like it did with Dr. Luther King, he changed the world with his tongue. When I'm having this self-dialogue, I'm changing the world. I'm using my faith-filled words to change this doggone environment around me. And not only just the environment around me, but the people who's in my environment. Right now, y'all represent my environment. And let me tell you how I talk about the people in my environment every morning. You know, y'all want to hear your boy? I say we are blessed and we're highly favored. I say we are the head and we're not the tail. We'll never be broke, busted, or disgusted. We have plenty more in store. Our body is whole. Our body is healed. Every cell in our body lines up with I'm a vessel. I'm a conduit system from heaven to get things to earth. I'm a conduit system. That's why I say, you better awaken your I am. I am a conduit system. If it's in heaven and God wants to bring it to earth, use me. That's why I can't speak curses. That's why I can't speak lack. That's why I can't speak disappointment. Does it exist? Yes, it exists, but it's all about the story that you tell yourself. I don't see disappointment. I don't see lack as a curse. I see it as a learning opportunity. I see it as a learning opportunity. I submitted for a speaking engagement for a job. I didn't get it. I said, wow, what a great learning opportunity for me to be in a position when I see it again. Next time, I'll know where to be. Oh, Lord, it must not be meant for me. It's not that it's not meant for me. It's meant that I need to grow into that level of that engagement or that position. I'm good with it. I'm good with it because if I never lose, I always learn. I always learn. And the challenge for a lot of us is that we're so concerned about 15 years down the road, 10 years down the road, that we don't maximize the moment we have right now. And we look back over our life and judge ourselves over the past 15 years, and we cry about where I could have been, but we got to learn to maximize the now. I can't cry about what I lost. And I can't celebrate what I'm going to get in the future. I got to dominate the moment that I'm in right now. In my awakened state, I gotta dominate my I am right now. I am enough right now in this season of my life that if I maximize what I have in this moment and in this season, God is true enough going to bless me indeed to the point where I will eventually get to overflow, but I gotta maximize the now. I can't cry about me taking Lot with me early on. I can't cry about me making bad decisions, foreclosures, all the bad decisions I make. I can't cry about that now. No, sir, no, ma'am. We talked about it Sunday morning. Now faith is. Now faith. Somebody get in the chat box. Now faith is. Ooh, it wasn't meant for me. I struggled so much and I had so much disappointment and it just doesn't work for me. Now faith is. Somebody get in the chat box. Now faith is. That's what I'm talking about right there. Now faith is. Now faith is. What I went through, it built my muscle and helped make me stronger, but it was never meant, it didn't cost me anything if I learned something. That's why I love my boy, the Apostle Paul said that he's content in all things because he know at the end of this race, he's receiving a prize. And see, I'm challenging you right now to see your life differently, to see your life as a bucket of seeds that I'm going in something, coming out something, but it's something for me to learn and grow that's going to add substance to me when I'm doing what God placed me on earth to do. Now faith is. I can't put my eyes so far down the road that I can't dominate my now. Now faith is. See, my confidence that I am enough is built every hour, every moment, every day. My confidence, like I don't know, maybe this super confident. The great I am has awakened my I am. I believe without a shadow of a doubt that doggone any Coca-Cola can call me right now with 45-minute notice and say, hey, we need a motivational speaker for this conference. Can you do? They can call me with a 45-minute notice, and I can go down there and deliver a doggone keynote that's gonna shake the earth. I believe I could do that. Why? Because of the time and effort that I put in. Like faith is my substance of things hoped for and my evidence of things not seen. My enough is built in the moments that I've spent in this game or learning and teaching and growing. My confidence is built from those intimate moments. And see, if you're not spending those intimate moments and spending those moments dominating your now, perfecting your craft, being excellent at what you do, learning, growing in those areas, when it's time to step out on that stage, you'll never have the confidence to over deliver. See, our goal is to always add more than what we paid for. I always look to over deliver. Why motivational teacher? Why motivational teacher? Because I put the time in when the lights were off. There are a lot of people that I gotta have, and I've seen these people. I gotta have an audience of 1,500, and I'm cool that you've grown past the audience of 1,500. But I'm the motivational teacher to the masses. You know how many constitute the masses? One. The person, I don't know who's in my presence. I might be talking to the next Barack Obama right now in the midst of my presence. I don't know who words can change the world around me. I don't know who right now is going through something that has almost made them quit. And they hear this one word from the motivational teacher with faith-filled words that say, God dog it, I got to get up and fight a little while longer. I don't know. So when I said I'm called to the masses is one, baby. The masses is one, because I know y'all got to understand these principles. That if I'm faithful over a few things, God will eventually make me rulers of many. I show up. I'm challenging you to show up, to bring your best self to this conversation every day, to bring yourself to bring your best self every day. It doesn't matter right now. Every day is not going to be 100%. I'm going to go ahead and break bread. Every day you bring you won't be, what's up, Coach T? Every day you bring you might not be 100%, but I'm going to bring you the best 100% I have on this day. I have a cousin. Her mom just died and she's really, really struggling. She's really struggling with a lot of different things, because that hurts when you lose someone you love. And so right now, in the state of mind that she is, her best self is not what it normally would be. But she's getting up. She's still fighting. She's forging ahead. If she show up at 30%, that 30% in this time represent 100%, because it's so much easier not to get out of bed. I just broke bread right now. Every day ain't gonna be at your best 100%, but show up with the 100% you have that day. I know your knees hurt sometimes, but show up the best you can that day. Learn how to build the confidence and build the enough in you that I show up. I don't know what the great I am might want to do with my I am today. I don't know who's down there, so I show up. I know right now I got a little headache. You coming off COVID, you got this, but I'm challenging you to just show up. You don't know what the great I am wants to do with your I am. The only way to find out is to show up. I get it. Every day you won't show up in 100. But if I put enough days together of showing up, if I put enough days together doing it when I'm tired, if I put enough days to do it when I don't feel like it, if I put enough time in it when it just seems like I ain't gotten that, I ain't in my right place, I'm just coming off. If I put enough days in it when I don't feel like it, you're gonna learn something about yourself. I'm telling you, those are the days when that fire shut up in my bones, flame the hottest. It's those days. See, you got to learn how to show up. I'm a former athlete, and we played ball whether you had jam finger. Come on, Coach T. Whether you had a jam finger, whether I was playing when I was playing basketball. I was at the University of Georgia. We were playing the University of Georgia. I went up to block a shot, and this thumb got caught on the bottom of the backboard when I was going up to block the shot. And I strained every muscle or every ligament in my thumb. And guess how many days I had off? 0. I got it taped. I got a little cast put around it. And I was right back on the court the next day. Why, motivational teacher? Because as an athlete, you learn how to show up. You're conditioned to show up. You're conditioned to show up. I don't care if you can practice or you can't practice, you show up. It's the information that I'm losing that is costing me something. If I don't gain that information, it's costing me something. You got to show up. That's the first thing in success is showing up, and you're going to have to do it some days when it's uncomfortable. It's going to be uncomfortable, but you got to show up, because I believe so much so that what the great I am has given me that I'm going to show up. Why? Because I'm telling you right now what I'm saying. My 50% in showing up to the great I am is me showing up in 120 when he know I'm going through something on the inside of me. When I got to show up and talk about prosperity, and I know my bills ain't always paid, I got to show up and talk about wholeness and soundness, nothing missing, nothing lacking. When I know that I'm struggling with issues in my life, I got to still show up and have this conversation, because it never was about me. It was always about the great I am that awakens my I am. And in this dirt suit, you're going to have days where I feel like quitting. You're going to have days where I feel like, hey, throwing in the towel. You're going to have days where my body just don't feel like getting up and don't feel like moving. You're going to have days to where your emotions sometimes, or let me say it this way, so sometimes where your humanity wants to override your deity, you will have days like that. But the great I am who awakens your I am says it's in those times where I carry you, and not the times where you walk alone. It's in those moments where the great I am shows himself strong in your awakened I am that you are more than enough. I'm challenging you right now. I know right now, and y'all know my philosophy on New Year's resolutions. I don't believe in New Year's resolution. I told the people that I coach, we don't have New Year's resolution. We call it the continuation. We were growing in 2019. We were growing in 2020. We were at a growth development plan in 2021. And we're going to have a growth and development plan in 2022. It's the continuation. It's people that need start, stop, that needs to set New Year's resolutions. It's the people like us that, baby, we going to keep going no matter how it feels. It's uncomfortable. We're going to show up. I'm going to keep going. I'm going to the gym. I don't care the aches and the pains. I'm going to the gym. I don't care how my voice. Y'all done heard me get on here and have to drink tea in the middle of the Motivational Monday. It ain't about how my voice sounds. It's about me showing up. See, oh my God, let me show you how faith is measured. Oh my God, let me show you. Faith is not measured when everything is 100%. Bread broken. Faith is measured when you show up at 20% of your 100%. But God, I'm giving you all 20% like I got 100%. Oh my God, that's a bread breaking moment. Faith is showing up when I know I've been running so hard and I'm so tired. But God, I believe you placed this in me. I'm showing up anyway. I am more than enough. Even in my 30%, because of life, I'm more than enough to make change on this earth. Somebody better holler at your boy out here. And I'm still on line 1 of my notes. Oh, y'all got to holler at your boy out here. I believe that there's something so special about me that I got to show up. I hope you believe that there's something so special about you that you got to show up, that you got to make the commitment to you, that you got to dedicate. Oh, yeah, let me break this bread, that you got to rededicate your life to the work that it takes to get you there. You got to believe that there's something so special about you that I'm willing to go outside of my comfort zone to meet the new me. Oh my God, there's another you on the outside of your comfort zone that you have not met yet. There's a brand new you that's willing to tackle risks. We talked about it the other night. Bet on you. There's another you on the outside of your bets. There's another you on the outside of the risk that you're willing to take. Oh my God, I'm bread breaking up in here early on this Monday night. I'm bread breaking early. What's up, Facebook user? You are exactly where you're supposed to be. You are doing exactly what you're supposed to be doing. Show up. That's what I'm talking about, Devon. Show up. Well, they're going to say that I didn't look my best. Who cares what they say? It's not about what they say. It's about what you say. Like you got to, I'm telling you, like we've made this, we have this idea or this belief that every day I show up, I have to be perfect. I'm telling you, even Jesus had days where he did not feel like showing up. And he had to say, God, not as my will, but as your will. He had days where he didn't want to show up. My man Paul had days, Peter had days where he wanted to cut people's ears off. I mean, those are moments in life to where you learn more about you than you do showing up when it's all well. You got to make the commitment to you that I'm showing up anyway. You are exactly where you are meant to be. You are exactly where you're meant to be. I really need you to look in the mirror and forgive yourself about the thoughts that you concern yourself. I need you to say, man, I need you to really look in the mirror and say, man, I forgive me for whatever that thing is that you believe that is keeping you back. I need that degree I didn't get. I need you to forgive yourself for never getting that degree. Well, that job I didn't take. I need you to forgive yourself for not ever taking that job. I need for you, I got the divorce. I need you to forgive yourself for having a divorce. I need you to say that if God meant me, if I needed that to be successful, if I needed that to get my destiny, he would have allowed me to keep that in my life. But since it ain't, baby, it must not be mine. And I got to forgive myself and say, I got to let it go. I got to let it go. I can't keep holding myself hostage based on something that happened 5-10 years ago. I got to let it go. I'm talking about a love TKO. I got to let it go. Every day I hold on to it, it's crippling me. I'm like the man at the gates of beautiful. There's nobody to put me in the water when it's trouble. Baby, you don't need nobody to put you in the water. Yep, I said you don't need nobody. I know I got a Vanderbilt degree, but that's so strong I want to go double negative. You're waiting on somebody to do something for you, and you're already enough. Well, I just, when the water's trouble, it's nobody to throw me in the water. Baby, you're more than enough. You don't need another human to throw you in the water. Yo, the great I am has awakened your I am. You better be like that lady that had the issue of blood. If I could just touch the hem of his garment, I don't care how I get there. If I got to crawl, fight, fly, run, it doesn't matter to me. I'm going to get there. We got to adopt that mindset that I'm willing to do what it takes. And we're about to watch this national championship game between Alabama and Georgia. These are kids that made this commitment from a young age that this is where I want to go and this is what I want to do. And they were willing to make this sacrifice to get there. The challenge to most mortal Americans or most humans is they don't want to make the sacrifice to show up when it's uncomfortable. I'm having a bad day. Now I want to stress eat. I want to binge eat. I want to stress eat. Why? Because I'm having a bad day. Ladies and gentlemen, we got to grow beyond this wishy-washy mindset, being unstable in all of our ways. We got to grow beyond that. And I love it. And the only way to get there is by showing up for yourself every day. If I make the commitment, I'm going to read 5 pages a day, you need to read 5 pages a day. You need to, you made the commitment to you. You need to do it. If you made the commitment when I wake up in the morning, I'm going to meditate before I get out the bed. Then you need to show up for you and make those meditations. If you made, I'm going to save $10 a week. If you made the commitment to save $10 a week, you need to commit to yourself and start saving the $10 a week. Is it going to be easy? No. Is it going to hurt sometimes? Yes. You got to show up for you. I know people say, don't live selfishly. Give your life to something. Your life count to something. You got to give, pour your life out like a drink offering. And listen, I'm not disagreeing with any of those things. But first, you got to invest in yourself. You got to invest in you. You got to make sure that you're more than enough. In order to be more than enough, it means that you got to have a process to continuously refill your cup with the great I am. It's a bread-breaking moment. It's a bread-breaking moment. You gotta have some avenues to where you pour back into yourself. Like you can't just give yourself till you dry. The reason why I'll never run dry because I invest in me. I'm not gonna lie. I listen to YouTubes. I read books. I got people around me that invest in me. You all give me. I read your stuff every day on Facebook and what you got going on. To me, man, you encourage me. Oh my God, I see what Angelique is doing. I gotta keep pushing too. I saw she got a whole books coming out. I saw his coloring book, a whole line coming out. I said, man, I love the creativity. She's creating. Create on. Young queen, create on. That's what I'm saying right there. That we got to find ways to gain strength. But if I'm always dwelling on what's wrong in my life, if I'm always dwelling on what I lack, then there's no way we can be the best version of who we were meant to be. It's just impossible when you're meditating on everything that you're not. It's tough to find value in what you are. It's very difficult to find value in what you are when you only meditate on what you are not. That's a word for me. That's a word for me. Now it's time for us to move from what I'm not to what I am. And your I am is more, your awakened I am is more than enough. And I need for you to get in the mirror. Come on, Angelique, thank you. I need for you to get in the mirror. You got to show me that. I need for us to get in the mirror. I need for us to get in the mirror. And we used to play this game, Red Rover, send somebody right over. Anybody remember the game, Red Rover? You say Red Rover, send Anthony right over. And then there'd be 2 people or however many people playing the game. And you got to pick a chain, 2 arms to try to run through. I need you to get in the mirror and you say the same thing. Motivational teacher to the masses, motivational teacher to the masses. You are enough. Will you send the real Anthony right over? Will you send the real Angelique right over? And I got to start believing that there's another version. Coach T, you know that Red Rover? We all used to play that. Now we got to play the adult version. And we got a Red Rover, please send the real Anthony over. That's the version of me that I'm more than enough. Coach T, Red Rover, since the real Coach T over, that joker came over 100 pounds lighter. The real Coach T is coming over. It's time for us to get in the mirror and make that decision that I am enough. I am enough. Like I don't need 57 different things in order for me to attract the masses because I am enough. The great I am has awakened my I am in this season of life. Red Rover, send the real Anthony right over. And he is the motivational teacher to the masses. Send him right over. And we need to play that adult version. Whatever that version of you is, that's enough. Red Rover, send Tina with 100,000 right over. Red Rover, send Anthony, send the non-diabetes Anthony right over. You need to start having these games to yourself and start looking in the mirror and pretend like you run into your own self. Oh my God, that's a bread-breaking moment. When you're running to embrace your own self, to say, I am more than enough. And anybody, I'm going to tell y'all this, and anybody that tells you anything is a thought and a rob, is a thief and a robber, and have no place in your life. Anybody that tells you anything contrary than that you are more than enough, they are a thief and a robber, and they are not for you. If you're not for me, you're automatically against me, and I have no desire, no time to fight against people in my own circle. So you know what? Bounce. And I'm okay with seeing people walk away, because as soon as some people walk away, the great I am got new people walking in. What's up, Q? Thank you for joining us, bro. Got new people walking in. Red Rover, send the real you over. I mean, I'm telling you, some of us need to get in the mirror and start saying that and start defining who is the real me. Red Rover, send the real Anthony over. Anthony, the Anthony that's come is blessed. He's highly favored. He's empowered to prosper. He's more than a conqueror. If God be for him, who can be against him? That's the real Anthony. Send that dude over. Boy, that's a bread-breaking moment right there. I might have to do a whole nother Motivational Monday on Red Rover. I'm telling you right now that there's a version of you, man, that is unstoppable. There's a version of you that eyes have not seen, ears have not heard. There is a version of you. Some of y'all still don't believe me, but I'm telling you, there's a version of you right now. Well, motivational teacher, they said I had to have 4 degrees. Well, motivational teacher, I wasn't born from the elite. Well, motivational teacher, you know, my mom had a 3rd grade education. Well, motivational teacher, you know, usually they don't listen to people like me. Well, motivational teacher, I had 2 abortions and I almost had a 3rd one, but I had a miscarriage. Well, motivational teacher, you know, people that grew up in my circumstances don't get to live it like we keep talking ourselves out of the best version of who we're supposed to be. Red Rover, send the real you over. That person you keep talking about is not the real you. That's the you that your environment conditioned you to believe you are. The real you has an awakened I am from the great I am. He's been chasing you from the foundation of the earth. I'm still on the second line. It's pretty obvious I ain't getting through this tonight. It's obvious that I'm not getting all the way through this tonight. I need you to trust. I'm not asking you to trust you. I'm not even asking you to trust you. But I need for you to trust that the great I am who awakens your I am have you in the perfect place of where you're supposed to be at this moment in this season of your life. Come on, coach. Red Rover. Somebody send the real me over. I'm ready to tear down. I'm ready to tear down some generational curses. I'm ready to tear down some mountain that my family thought could be broken. I got to send the real me over. I got to do it. In order to get there, we got to start believing. Not necessarily in me, but the great I am that lives on the end. Greater is he that's in me than he that's in the world. I got to believe that the great I am has given me something. He's given me something profound. I got to believe that what's in me can change situations outside of me. That's why I think he was so intentional and said, greater is he that is in you than he that's in the world. The greatness resides in your awakened I am. I owe me. I love that, Pat. I owe me. And I'm going, I know my mama going to say, I don't know about this one, but I'm going to say, you got to be selfish. You got to be selfish as it relates to building your I am. You got to be selfish to the fact that I don't allow people to use me. You got to be selfish. And the fact that your I am, like for my kids, I think as a parent, my number one job as a parent is to protect their I am. That's my number one job as a parent, is to send a kid that is whole, that is sound, that has the mental capacity and the ability to be able to function at a high level in a world that only wants to make him average or make them average. I got one goal as a parent. It's to raise two boys with an awakened I am. So when they get our age, they're not looking, trying to discover, trying to figure out, like, man, like I was raised to know that I could conquer this doggone world. I was raised to know that there's nothing too hard for God. There's nothing too hard for the God that lives on the inside of me. So, that makes it where there's nothing too hard for me. There's nothing we cannot overcome. But we gotta have the right perspective, and we gotta start changing the outlook and have that awakened I am. It's your boy, man. I appreciate y'all chiming in here with me tonight. I got through 2 lines of my notes tonight, but we're gonna keep this conversation going with your awakened I am. Your awakened I am you are the change agent. You are the change agent. Your awakened I am is your change agent, man. We got to start believing that my awakened I am can change whatever situation that's going on in my life. I believe that my awakened I am attracts what I need in this season to be successful. It's the awakened I am. And the moment you start believing that you're more than enough is the moment where you change, where your belief about you change how people perceive you externally. The moment you believe it, other people have to raise their game about your belief to the level you do. You are more than enough. These 2 lines, enough. Yep. Enough. Powerful. Come on. Right now, man. Hey, I appreciate you all chiming in this Monday. Went a little quick one today, man. I want to go see these young men compete for this national championship. They're giving so much of their lives for it. I love to see. I told you, I love watching like America's Got Talent or shows. What's the other? American Idol. Those shows where people are actually know that they're gifted, but they haven't really discovered their gifting. I know I'm gifted, but I haven't really discovered or nurtured my gift. And they go on, they trying these shows to try to hone that gift. I love watching people as they discover the better version of themselves. And that's why I love joining you all on Mondays, because I see that we are collectively discovering the best version of who we are. If you have not, hey, I'm going to start popping exclusive content on YouTube. So if you have not subscribed to my YouTube page, it's Williams Inspires. Please do go subscribe to my YouTube page. I'm going to start popping exclusive content on YouTube. So go hit your boy up. And until next time, I am challenging you to wage war on mediocrity. Your boy is out.
It ain't no friend to me. Wage